All right, I'm back with Dana Knowles once again. And during this video, we're going to talk a little bit about identifying the right company. How do you know it's the right company? They showed some interest and you like them, but how do you know if they're really the right company to get in bed with? Please watch this video. All right, everybody, Stephen Key here with Dana Knowles. She runs Gateway, the Gators, reaching out to companies for you guys. She does a fantastic job. Dana, there's something I didn't ask before, and I'm really curious. How important? I've got this great idea. I make my list, like you said. Maybe I use my friend chat and I make the subcategory. I do all that work. And sure enough, I send it to them, or you guys send it to them, and you get a reply back. Why do I say yes to one company and maybe no to another? Do I look at the culture of the company? Is that important, or do I look at how they treat me? Maybe they've got 5,000 SKUs and I'm just going to be one. How do I really decide I want to jump in bed with the company? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, it is a joy when we get a client that has 2 or 3 companies that are interested at the same time. We, of course, like we've always said, we treat each company like the other ones don't exist, because you don't know what's going to happen down the road. You never want to play one company against another company. But I think when an inventor is going through the process of negotiations, I always say that there's different stages of negotiation. One, they see your sell sheet. Hey, this is pretty interesting. Let's show it to our team. We're going to talk about it. Maybe they have a couple questions. Okay. They show their team. They come back and they're still interested. Now you're at the next level of, interest. Okay. And I would always judge a company that how interactive are they with me and keeping me in the loop. Okay. Like even saying, hey, we're not going to be doing anything with this for 3 months. Reach out to me in 3 months. Just keeping me in the loop and being responsive to my emails or my requests, as long as I'm, sending them out professionally. Of course, I would look at a company. I would want to see where do they sell? How many places do they sell? What's their volume? When we talk about through the negotiations, talking about in a general, how many units do you think you'd be able to sell? How much are you going to sell them for? And then be talking about royalty, right? That's a whole nother topic we can certainly talk on. But I've seen it happen where, not so much our clients, but an inventor, a company has interest and the inventor just nitpicks the heck out of everything, and then the company's like, you're just too difficult to work with, we're done. So usually, I have to say, it almost seems like it's not the inventor that makes that decision, it's the company that makes that decision. Do we want to work with you? And we really have to be extra professional and extra understanding with companies if we want to keep that keep the ball rolling. So I don't know if that answered your question or not.
It does. No, I think it's important to realize, I think you're just excited when someone's interested.
Yeah.
And I do think you're not going to get like 10 companies saying, yeah, we want it. That's not realistic either. But I think it probably comes down to negotiations.
Yeah.
But it also you have to realize too, you have to look at their distribution a little bit. You have to kind of ask them how many stores they're selling at. So you can do the math a little bit to say, all right, it's just going to be worth my time and their time to let them have my product for a while.
Well, and then another thing is, say you do have 2 companies that are interested and one isn't your favorite, and maybe not they wouldn't be the prime ones you would work with. But you don't want to dismiss them, because this other company that you really want to work with may come back and say, we're not interested anymore. We're not doing the deal. And so you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and get rid of the maybe not so, favorite company. But that really, we don't see that happening very much. I mean, we have plenty of clients that there's companies interest, for sure. More than one company interested.
Yeah, you know what's kind of crazy too? Everybody goes after the biggest company. And I
Yeah.
want to tell everybody sometimes the biggest is not the best. You think it is, you know the brand, but sometimes they don't give you the love. We had a student years ago at inventRight that licensed his product to a small company,
Mm-hmm.
and they became a big company because
Yep.
of it.
Yep.
Yeah, and they put
Yep.
all the effort into the product, and I don't know if a big company would have done the same thing.
Well, and I almost was going to say when we were talking about, was that the last video we did? I'm not sure what we were doing. You're confusing me. I don't know where I'm
All
at.
right.
We were talking about companies that maybe are shady that you don't want to reach out to. And I almost said a company that only has a handful of products, but I held myself back from saying that because this is a very interesting. Oh, am I on a different YouTube? Am I supposed to be talking? Sorry, I get stories coming. There was a company, if you would have looked at their website, you would have thought, man, this company doesn't have nothing. Call the company, talking to manager, CEO, whoever, who it was a while ago. And he said, oh, I don't even know what's on that website. We haven't redone that website in 5 years because they don't see, this is the thing too. Some companies don't sell retail.
Okay.
They only sell wholesale.
Okay. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So,
You can't tell.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, Dana, thank you for coming on inventRight TV. We're going to keep them coming. Dana's knocking them out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
You guys, if there's one person that knows how to reach out to companies, that knows what companies need, that knows how to work with companies, that's Dana Knowles and the team at Gateway the Gator. So thank you for coming in to inventRight TV and sharing all that great stuff because you guys call every day. I mean, you call companies every single day.
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Right. I'm glad because I don't want to call.
Every day.
I'm really glad because you do. I don't want to call anybody. The ones I have, you call for me. I don't like it anymore.
I know.
Dana, thank you so much for coming on inventRight TV.
Thanks, Stephen.
Okay, you've got a great product idea and you're not quite sure what to do. Or maybe you've got inventory in your garage because you were selling your product on Amazon and you don't want to continue doing it, but you want someone to help you license your idea to a company to bring it to market for you. We have a new program that's called Gateway, where we do all the work for you. We'll find the right companies and the right people to make sure your product is pitched correctly to get the licensing deal. This new program is called Gateway. If you're interested, please check it out.